Okay, so we've been talking about paying off debt and creating your journey. We talked about creating a budget or a spending plan. And sometimes when I talk to people about creating a budget or a spending plan, they're automatically turning their nose up, right? Y'all done gave my friend Budget a bad reputation. And let me tell you, I was one of those people, I didn't really like the word budget either. I'll tell you for a fact, I don't like restriction. Once I hear something like that's restricting me, my natural instinct is to rip it. But when it comes to a budget, once I really understood that a budget was just kind of like an estimation, and it doesn't mean like, oh, because it's an estimate, let's just go over it. And I realized how it made my life a lot easier and better. I started to really adjust how I felt about the word budget, or we'll stick with spending plan if you're having issues. Spending plan. That's what I said. I said spending plan. You didn't hear the word budget. So let's talk about how a budget or a spending plan gives you freedom. So truthfully, even though I joke around about the word, a budget is just a spending plan. That is what it is. It's an estimation of how much income you're going to get and how much expenses that you're going to pay, so that you know whether or not, like, do I need to bring in more money, or I'm going to have extra money to play with? That's really what it is. You're actually clear on where you actually stand and what you need to do. In my experience, even when I've talked to people or helped people with their budgets, even if their budget was tight, they actually felt good once we were finished, because they actually knew where they stood. What really causes a lot of like the anxiety is the unknown. But once you know, you're like, okay, I need to figure out what to do. I need to ask people what to do or do something different. Maybe I need to change up here or do this. Like, even if you don't know exactly what to do, that unknown feeling about where you stand for some reason is worse. It's a worse feeling than actually knowing where you stand and then trying to figure out what to do next. So when you are creating a spending plan or you're budgeting, you're actually setting up your life and telling that budget, hey, this is what I want to do. These are the goals I want to achieve. This is the life I want to live to be comfortable. This is what I want to do to help build my wealth. And this is the lifestyle that I really want to have overall. That is truly what your budget is doing if you think about it. You have your essentials, so that's how I'm living now. We have our savings and investment portion. That's the life that I want to live later, right? I want to pay off debt, or I want to travel. I want to save so I can be comfortable. I want to invest so I can build wealth. And I want to create a certain lifestyle for later. But then you have the lifestyle that you're living now, right? Okay, this is the life that I'm living now. And this is where I want the money to go so I continue living this lifestyle that I have now. That is what a budget is doing for you. Now, your budget should also have your goals in it. So, if there's certain things like, oh, I'm starting a business, I need to put some money aside to start this business. Oh, I'm taking this trip, I want to put some money to take this trip. Oh, I'm not sure what I want to do yet, but whatever comes up, I want to jump on that. So let me put some money aside so I can jump on that opportunity. Even when it comes to vehicles, right? Because, we don't like to look forward too far, but let's be real. Like, oh, I want this car. Let me start putting money aside for that. So when the time comes, I can jump on that and get what I want. That's what a budget actually does for you. It actually helps you plan out and build out so that you can really be the future self you want to be. That's what it does. I like to say it provides you with options and opportunities. And that's the life we want. We want options and opportunities. So your budget should be set up to help you to be able to get to those options and opportunity. Now, other things may be going on, especially if you're new to actively managing your finances, where your budget may not be doing what I'm saying it should do, right? It may not be helping you be a better person in the future. But guess what it's going to do? It's going to help you build out to become that person later. But you have to actively tell your budget to do that and then follow what's in the budget so that you can get. So if you're able to do the things that you plan for in your budget, because really if you just think about it, a budget is really just a planner. If you're a planner girl, or plan a person, period, it's just a plan. That's all it is. It really is. It's just a plan so that you can achieve your goals. Just like you write things down in your planner so that you can get the stuff done that you need to get done and not go crazy or not forget to do things. That's what a budget is doing for you. And if you're keeping up with your budget, because some people will create a budget and then they just like push it to the side and look at it later in the month. But if you're truly keeping up with your budget, another thing a budget can do for you is it can tell you that you are able to do certain things, especially if it's things that you're trying to like cash flow. Maybe something comes up, an opportunity comes up and you want to be in the room, maybe your friend's like, oh, it's going to cost this to go to maybe this seminar, this event, whatever. Maybe there's a sports game that you want to go to, a football game, basketball game, or whatever, and you're not even sure what the money's looking like. But if you are keeping up with your budget, you can look at it and see, oh, I still have this amount of money in my personal money to spend on whatever I want. Oh, I have the money to go. Let me get that ticket so I can go, right? That's an opportunity for you that you had that you didn't even know was going to come up. But guess what? Because you had a budget, you kept up with it, you kept on top of it, you had the money available without throwing off any of your bills or any other goals that you have going on. The last thing that a budget can do for you when it's giving you freedom is, I've already hit on the stress a few times, but it really helps you to not worry as much because you're keeping up with your numbers and you know where you stand. I don't know about you, but have you ever been like at checkout and you don't know? I've been there, so I'm going to say I've been there where I went to swipe my card and I wasn't sure what was going on in that bank account. Like, had no idea, was hoping that card was not going to decline while I'm in this line. Like, if you've been in that position, it is not a good feeling. It is very stressful. And if it goes through, you're like, oh, thank you, Lord. Like, you're like, yes, Lord. But you're also trying to contain yourself because you don't want the other people to be knowing that you stressed out about swiping your card. Who wants to live like that? It literally gives you clarity. Nobody wants to be nervous and unsure about what is going on with their numbers.
If this charge goes through, what can I not pay?
So even though budget has been given a bad name, and even though I've been giving you spending plan on the side because I really want you to win, when it comes to managing your money, just know that a budget is really going to give you that freedom, that comfort, that clarity that you need to be able to pay off your debt, but then also reach any other goal that you have. Because we all know, and I feel like I say it a lot, money is attached to every single goal that you do. I don't know how it's not. I really don't. So I hope this gave you some clarity on why you should start budgeting. I'll definitely drop some templates below if you're trying to start the process. I've also dropped the link to my debt payoff ebook. So if you're looking to start the process of paying off your debt, definitely pick that up. It takes you from the beginning to the end. I give you all the information in between. If you're just starting a budgeting process, you're not exactly sure what to do or where to start, then definitely check out this video right here.